Seconds to go, only for Austria to win a last-second penalty and take both points. Greenland, though, swept aside by Norway, but battled to the end. In the end, going down 43-11. 8 groups of 4 in this preliminary stage of the World Championships. 32 teams in total. The top 3 teams in each of the groups will go through. The bottom place team in each group goes out. They go on to play instead in the President's Cup with the Republic of Korea to come out first. So the captain is first out. Shin Eun-chu, the 30-year-old, playing in a 3rd World Championship. No doubt. Song Chi-yong. Making the 20th appearance, the Koreans. Asian champions arrive here with 8 players making their debut at the World Championship, and just 7 players remain from the team that won the Asian Championship and in the process qualified as well earlier this year for the Olympic Games in the qualification tournament in Asia. But a poor showing at the Asian Games in October saw coach Henrik Signell decide to make a few changes, maybe just to remind everyone that no one has a secure place in the Olympics just yet, just because you've got your team through. So yesterday they made, or 2 days ago, they made a sluggish start to the game. They're normally known for pace and speed, and it just wasn't there in the opening game. It took a while, eventually coming good in the second half, but by then they had quite a bit of work to do. So here come Greenland. And their amazing fans make only their 2nd appearance at the World Championships after a 22-year wait. A great achievement in its own right. Qualified as North American and Caribbean champions. And you really sense that they're relishing the occasion, and their fans, as I said, have been absolutely wonderful. They all turned out to cheer the team when they arrived in their bus. And not only that, some of them even stayed on and cheered the Koreans. Well, they knew it was going to be a tough game, and speaking to their coach at the start of the competition, Anders Friis, the Dane, he said, we just want to show that we'll play our own style and we'll fight to the end. And they've done exactly that. Indeed. Could be a very interesting game with very, very contrasting styles. So the referees for today's match from Egypt, the sisters Yasmina and Heidi El Sayed, officiating at their 3rd World Championship. They also were at the Olympics in Tokyo. Delegates. The supervisor is Per Olesen from Denmark, and the IHF observer Esilio de Melo from Brazil. And there he is at the back, who's supervising the match. So it'll be a full house, we hope, later on when the co-hosts and defending champions Norway come out to play their match. Against Austria, 2 teams who won their opening matches, and where the winner will be going through to the main round. Time now for the national anthems, though.
Starting with the national anthem of Korea.
It'll be the Korean anthem first.
For nationalsangen fra Korea.
The teams had never met before. It will be a new experience for both, and the loser of this match mathematically could still qualify, but it would depend on next match, and of course their fate would be out of their hands. The reality is their backs would be up against the wall. Koreans start favourites, of course, a lot more experience in their lineup. Several players have played in the World Championship before. Indeed, 4 of them are playing in their 3rd World Championship, the Koreans, while the Greenlanders, it's a new experience for all of them. All bar 2 were involved in the North American and Caribbean Championship win. Here is the schedule then for today. After this match, Austria are up against Norway. The table at the bottom tells you that Norway and Austria won the opening matches. The winner is definitely going through to the main round in that match there. So the Republic of Korea, their lineup, back player Woo Bit-na scored 11 from 12 in the opening game. He's joint top scorer. She's the one to look out for. We'll start at the back with Chu Soo-yeon and Ryu Eun-hee. There's their coach, Henrik Signell, the Swede who took over earlier this year from Chan In-ik. His first job was completed, get them qualified for the Olympics. And now these World Championships, it is about getting experience. As mentioned earlier, 8 of his players are making their debut at the World Championship. For Greenland, 2 changes from the opening match to turn the team bench, we're told. Yaya Heilmann comes in for Nivi Flu in goal, while line player Nukaka Libet is in for Ivan Maika. Anders Friis, Danish coach of the Greenland team. They have really been enjoying the occasion. There is Woo Bit-na, joint top scorer, but her statistic of 11 from 12, with only one of them being a penalty in the first game. Absolutely remarkable effort. While for Greenland, Ivalu Bjerga, number 13, the 23-year-old who plays in the 2nd division in Denmark, which is actually 3rd tier, she scored 4 goals, their top scorer in the opening game. She was the MVP at the North American and Caribbean Championship earlier this year when they qualified for these World Championships, beating Canada in the final. There was Andrea Heilmann, number 3, whose husband, Mickey, actually played in the World Championship in 2007. So his bragging rights are gone. It's one apiece now. Here we go then, and Greenland in the all-red throw off this Group C match in the Women's Handball World Championship against the Republic of Korea in the white shirts today. Here in the DNB Arena in Stavanger. Both teams lost their opening match. The Koreans beaten by a last-second penalty by the Austrian 2 days ago, while Norway, defending champions, swept Greenland aside 43-11. The loser here will all intents and purposes be out of the main round, so this is one to keep chances alive. 6-0 defense as ever by the Koreans, but with a lot of speed. Oh, just knocked on to the post by Cheong Chin-hui, the goalkeeper. First shot of the game coming from Nivi Yoi Petersen, one of 6 players in the Greenland team who plays a club handball in Denmark, but they play for Division 1 and 2 teams, which are effectively 2nd and 3rd tier. Can they find the pace that was missing in the opening game? And a bit of solid defending there by Sandra Rotberg. Celebrating her birthday today, Rotberg, so happy birthday to her, 23. Well, they're maybe not quite meant to celebrate it that way, thinks the Korean. Meant for the line, but misunderstanding. Kang Eun-hee made no move towards it, but the ball is given away cheaply. And Shin Eun-cho, the captain, scores an easy goal. The look up and went to pass the ball and completely read all the way. She stood behind her and it worked, just hit herself enough. So the opening goal comes after just over a minute and a half. Goalkeeper is off at the moment, and they're attacking 7 against 6, Greenland, as they did for much of their opening game. It's gone out of play. Throw in for the Koreans. Oh. Well, I don't think she realized the goalkeeper was behind her. The main thing is, though, they saved the ball, which was being launched into the empty goal. Lorentzen was racing in. She might have got it, but knocked away from her by the winger. So possession still with the Koreans. Warmed up tournament in France. It's off the post. Comes back to them again, though, and a let off. Kang Eun-hee tucks herself back in on the line. Switch back again. They're individually marking Ryu Eun-hee on the far side of the court in a 5-0-1 defence. She's literally standing out of the way. You can see at the top right of the picture, she's literally trying to give herself a bit of room and make sure she doesn't drag the defender into the middle of their team movement at the back. Passive play call now against the Koreans. They've got 4 passes to get the shot away, and again, some solid defending. I think the referee just signaled you got 2 passes left to the Koreans. Here's the foul again. Some good solid defending there by Josephine Gadgor. Playing a 13th international. Sitting on the right. Ryu Eun-hee's chosen not to try and run into play and instead is standing back. But they need the other players to pick up the pace, and Woo Bik-na, star player of the opening game, gets her first, her 12th in the competition. Teed up beautifully and shot around the defender. But at least the South Korean coach, Henrik Signell, will not have been surprised by this 7 against 6, having seen Greenland played for the best part of 40 minutes in their opening match. Straight on to the keeper. Chances missed there by Anja Heilmann, whose sister Aviaya is one of the goalkeepers on the bench today, coming in for Nivi Flu. And we're going to have a 2-minute suspension. This time Ryu Eun-hee decided to try and get in on the play, but as she raced in, was fouled by the birthday girl, Sandra Rotberg, who gets a 2-minute suspension. She has been living a little on the edge, actually, after the earlier block, and it means that the defence has to go flat again, and now there's space for Ryu Eun-hee on the far side to come in. She's got a huge shot on her, Ryu Eun-hee, who plays for the Hungarian champions Győr. Into the line. Free throw. Solid defence again, this time by the captain, Ivana Holm. Managed to get in behind and put the block on. It's a penalty, and I think we've got another 2-minute suspension. Double suspension for Greenland as Nivi Joy Petersen goes off. Holding from behind. Ball didn't quite cross the line. Ryu Eun-hee takes it and scores. Arrived here with 327 goals to her account. Ryu Eun-hee, the penalty taker, playing in a 7th World Championship. A remarkable player. Played for a while in France for Paris '92, then returned to play for Busan in Korea before being enticed back to play for the Hungarian champions. So they've taken their goalkeeper out, but they're still short-handed with a double suspension running Greenland. Too many steps and an empty goal at the other end. They've got to get the ball back, though, to the right spot. The wingers are going to be waiting for the service now as they try and suck the defence in. There we go. Oh, good save. Lorentzen came out quick and smothered the shot. Did well because it was a big angle. Read it beautifully. They have been celebrating every goal and every save. The Greenland team, really great sporting spirit. Only scored 4 goals in the second half against Norway. And the goalkeeper made 2 saves in a minute, the only 2 saves of the second half, Nivi Flu, but the celebrations were wild. Line players down as a passive play call comes up. She's inside the area. She thought she had the ball. Koreans thought it was theirs, but the referees confirm it is a Greenland ball. Goalkeeper in the picture there, Cheong Chin Hui, playing in her 3rd World Championship. Long range shot, that's wide. Not a bad effort. Into the wing again, against the short-handed defense and hammered in. This time, it's well taken. Song Ji-young, the scorer. Bigger angle than the last one. Greenland team now at full strength, revert back to 7 against 6 with the goalkeeper coming off. They played almost the entire first game with Gatgaard, Bjerger and Peterson across the back. Thing is, hopefully they're recovered, because it was a big shift, especially starting up against best team in the world. What a fantastic pass to the line, an absolute beauty. Scored by Holm, but Gatgaard with a cracking assist. No-look pass. That was class. Brilliant play. So the opening goal comes just ahead of the 8 minutes. That's another penalty. He will step up to take it. Clearly pushed in the back as she went to shoot Kang Eun-hee, the line player. Ryu Eun-hee scores. Second goal of the game for her. A lot of changes. Amongst those most notable departures were Lee Mi-kyung, the former captain, Kim Jin-yi, not selected for this competition. Ryu Eun-hee, who was the 2nd top scorer for the Koreans 2 years ago at the World Championships in Japan. The Koreans finished 14th. Defense has gone a little bit deeper. They've stolen the ball, looking for the break. Now it's on. 3 against 1, and the empty goal beckons. The question always is, how far up do you want to take the ball? Of course, you can take the long-range shot. There's an element of risk, but if you're not being marked and you feel safe enough, you can bring it up closer. But of course, the goalkeeper was racing in at that point. So that goal for Shin Jin-mi, one of 8 players in the Korean side making their debut at the World Championship, as their coach, Henrik Signell, shuffles the deck a little after disappointing Asian Games in October when they lost the final to Japan by 10 goals, and he decided to make those changes. And goal number 2 now for Greenland, courtesy of Rotberg. It's another assist for Gatgaard, although benefiting from a fumble. So they scored on 2 of their last 5 attacks, while the Koreans have scored from 4 from 5. We go past the 10-minute mark, and steadily chances have been there for the Koreans. Shot efficiency is 67%, for Greenland 40% at the moment, which is a big improvement on the 26% shot efficiency against Norway. Oh, that nearly beat the keeper with a rebound off the defense. Holm getting in the way of Woo Bit-na's shot. Luckily, it skirted past the bar. Back into the wing again. Now they're finding a way around with a good efficiency. Song Ji-young, 2 goals in the opening 11 minutes of this match. Matches the 2 she got in the whole match against Norway. line briefly free. That's off the bar. Follow up! Quickly taken, and a huge cheer from the fans. And they are hanging on well here at the moment, Greenland, courtesy of the second goal of the game for Ivana Holm. The rebound came in. One-handed grab. I should say Ivana Holm. It's Hallman, Andrea Hallman. Holm missing the first shot, rather. And so they are still almost there. Too many steps. Turnover, ball to Greenland. Well, if they wanted to speed it up a little bit, Nunu Lucassen was away on the wing. Fans cheering madly in the stands. Around on the line comes Holm. That shot into the face of the keeper. Ball recovered, but from inside the area. Call goes against Chin Mi, and Greenland still in possession. They're playing at their own pace, the Greenlanders, and doing well. That's beautiful pass to the wing, and again, third time in the match that they hit the woodwork. Ball is recovered again. Ivana Holm races out from the line, recovers, and goes back in again, and the goalkeeper, who just raced in, races back off again to get on the extra attacker. Rotberg and Holm, the two line players in this 7-against-6 attack by Greenland. Beautiful breakthrough. First goal of the game, Josephine Gadgård. We are within 3. There's the breakthrough. Huge gap in the defense. Caught in no man's land, Song Chi-yong on the far side. That goal brings a team timeout for Korea.
They will manage to have contact for a while more, but continue to run and pursue. Back cross.
백백 크로스.
Pass.
패스.
High speed.
턱도 붙어서 바로 들어가.
Change. Cross if needed, maybe this.
바로 붙여서 들어가.
Okay.
Well, they'll be delighted. A 3-1 exchange for Greenland there to turn things around from 6-1 down to now 7-4. Gadgård has played beautifully. 1 goal so far, but 2 assists. One of them an absolute pearl of a no-look pass into the line. That is Hansen, one of the left backs in the team. He had a torrid time against the Norwegians, 0 from 11 when she came on to give a break to Gadgård and Bjerge. So they've reverted back to a 5-0-1 defense with Ryu and He being individually marked. She's trying to get clear of a defender on the far side. Switches back again, straight through, penalty. Well, contact in the air. Will there be any further sanctions? It doesn't look like it. The big smile seems to help for Ivana Holm. And it will just be a 7-meter throw. Third of the game for Ryu and He as we see the foul again. Put away Ryu and He's third goal of the game. All of them penalties so far. Bringing a 91st international. Good season. Scored 23 goals for Djur in the Hungarian league this season. Ryu and He. The few exports they have. The only other one in the long squad is Chung Chien, a right back who plays in Japan for Omron. Steady build-up. Watch the steps. That was nearly dispossessed. It's going to be a free throw. Stays with Greenland. We are midway through the first half now, 8-4, and Greenland will be absolutely delighted with that. Although, mind you, need to be reminded that they were only 9-6 down after 15 minutes against Norway. And then the Norwegians reacted. Ivana Holm then with her second. Greenland within 3. Very much shades of the first game, but at the moment the Koreans have no pace in their attack. She was right up against the line, couldn't get any momentum for the shot, chose to bring it back out again. Song Chi-young. That's going to be a free throw for the Koreans. And he thinking about it on the far side. Now she races. This time pretends to do the pass back, passes to the line, hits her foot instead. Possession is turned over to Greenland. Now looking really unsettled in attack, the Koreans. Slow build up, it's very pensive. Yes, of course, Ryu-and-hee is being individually marked, but the other players are just not trying to race to open up the chances and free the wingers. Free throw. Gadgore, who had an excellent opening game, really worked hard. Ball is stolen. Empty goal. Manages to release it, did very well indeed. She'll all but walk it in, Yoon Ye-jin, for her first goal of the game, second in the competition. It was well stolen, hard work being done by Song Chi-young and then finished by Yoon Ye-jin, fourth top scorer in the Korean League, where she plays for Seoul Metropolitan. The Korean goalkeepers who had problems in the opening match with save rates of 18 and 19% each, that's an attacking foul. Here at the moment, Cheon Shin-hui is on 2 saves from 7 only, but another comfortable goal. Shin Jin-mi, the scorer, looks up and sees the empty goal. He scores her second. Greenland, it's very much an issue that they know if they attack 6 against 6 against a team that's so much more experienced, their chances of scoring would be very poor, and they would rather take the risk of those empty goals and play this. Of course, you look at this sometimes and think, do you really want to do it for so long? You go under a little bit of variation, sometimes 6, sometimes 7. It's going to be a passive play. It's all going sideways at the moment, nothing going through. Slightly better defending now by the Koreans. That was the line player Kang Eun-hee, the 27-year-old, also playing in her 3rd World Championship. Passive play call is on now for the Greenlanders. 4 passes to get the shot away. There's not enough pace there, and that was an attacking foul anyway, as Anya Helman ran into the defender. Free throw taken very quickly. Ryu Eun-hee into the wing, beautifully set up. And when she gets released, then suddenly the pace of the attack jumps up. Goal for Yoon Ye-jin. Her second brings a team timeout for Greenland. There's a clever pass. And a big angle for the wing shot, straight through the legs of the keeper.
Vi kan komme ind og så få Ejli ind. Vi prøver lige at gå ned i 6-0. Vi prøver lige at gå ned i 6-0 her. Og vi spiller 6 mod 6 år. Prøv lige at spille 4 med Lykke. Og du er med på, hvilken zone der du skal afslutte, ikke? Ja, godt. Prøv roligt. Vi gør det så fint. Når vi går tilbage til 7 mod 6, så gør vi igen, hvis vi lige får behov for det. Så spil det, vi har aftalt. Vi begynder at finde på alle mulige ting, og så må vi ikke gøre det. Og vi må ikke tage nogen sats på vores højre side. Det kan ikke nå at komme ud, når vi dribler ind og tager en duel over på vores højre 2. Skal vi ikke? Du skal starte her, og så ender du herovre i 4 mod 4. Yes.
So 1 timeout each in the match so far. We just enter the 20th minute of the first half. These great fans enjoying this sense of occasion as Greenland return to the World Championships for the first time in 22 years. Ironically, just as I was saying earlier, that maybe you want a little bit of variation, not to play 7 against 6 all the time. It's exactly what Anders Friis has done. He's reverted back to standard attack and also, in the process, changed the keeper. Yahya Heilmann has replaced Lorentzen in goal. Long-range shot. That defender took the sting out of that shot, taken by Hansen, who's come on as well following that team timeout. Wu Bitna looks to the line, beautifully done, a little shove on her, keeps her composure though, and Kim Bo-eun is just replaced. Kang Eun-hee scores immediately. Lovely assist by Wu Bitna. Greenlanders, in addition to the 6 players who play in the Division 1 and 2 in Denmark, they have 1 player in Iceland and 1 in the Faroe Islands, and 9 of them play for the champions, GSS. So, of course, have a lot of time to work together. Hansen is in the middle at the moment, and it's meant that it's got to be a free throw. Oh, good save! Second save of the match for the Greenlanders. Lorentzen made 1 early on in the half, and now just coming in, Yahya Heilmann. Great save. A 7-goal lead as we go past the 20-minute mark in this match. Bjergo who's getting the break, while Hansen, number 17, plays in the central position. Gadgård shifted to the right-hand side. Right-hander technically. There's a passive play call now against them. That surely must be the 4th pass, is it? No, that is it. And that's a good save, but it'll go out to the side. Throw in to Greenland. Patient build up. We've got 2 on the line now, courtesy of the winger coming around. Hanging Matt has gone there, getting her first taste of action. Oh! Through the hands of the keeper. Well, as they say, they all count. And Sophie Angua Fredriksen gets her first of the game. Ball is fumbled, another turnover for Greenland. So they'll switch again now, and they've gone back to the pattern we expect, with Hansen on the far side, first for Fredericia in the Danish Division 1. And Gadgård and Peterson at the back. Both players going for the same ball, bit of a misunderstanding. Gadgård comes back to reset. Oh, they read it well, the Koreans came out very quickly and cut Peterson. Give away the free throw though. Going to the wing, and lobs too much. Hits the top of the bar. It's a shame, the angle was reasonable. Of course, the keeper quite tall at 1.80 m, and perfectly positioned, not too far forwards. You can come a long way forwards if you want, but you've got to do that and catch them literally at the point where they're taking the shot and be in their face, or without, of course, having the contact. And they just come out for about 1 meter and so to block it. Going into the side there, and back come Greenland. Oh! And, maybe an issue with the resin on that one there. They want to put a bit more on. Luca Hansen. 2 shots without results so far here. As mentioned, she had 11 in the opening game, with no goals there either. In fairness though, when you're playing against Norway, goals are very, very difficult to come by. It was also a very, very tall defence that was up against Greenland in that opening match comparatively. And that's well done. Fed the ball all the way around into the wing, and Cheon Chi-yeon just come in playing on the right wing. Give a break to Song Chi-young. Then you have her as a recognised right winger, number 6. And so Cheon Chi-yeon, the right back, is going in there for the moment. Quick cross, the wingers come out and will help at the back now. Frederiksen stays there. No one on the right wing. Shot taken this time. And they've got a touch off a defender to take the sting out of the shot there by Sofia Ngoa. Frederiksen clips the bar but stays in. Yoon Ye-chin is now on 3 goals, matching Ryu and Hee. Although all her goals coming from open play, and we have less than 5 minutes in the first half remaining. Koreans just playing impassively and slowly building up the lead. But there isn't that sense of excitement you sometimes get from the Koreans, where they play fast and they move the ball around well, create their chances. They warmed up with that tournament at Caen in France last week, where they beat Cameroon 27-21, then lost to France 19-36, effectively in the final. Oh, so close to the steal. Instead, though, the defence is short, and now there's space. And for the second time, the wing lob is overdone and clips the bar. No reward for Frederiksen. Silk the ball, winger. Put a little bit of spin, but it did nothing. The results of the teams that qualify with you into the main round go through. Oh, great save of Yaya Heilmann. Second save for her. She is marginally the more experienced of the 3 keepers they have here, with this being her 25th international. Lorentzen playing the 21st today, while Flu, who's being rested today, is also on 21. Not much in it, and they all play for the Greenland champions GSS. Tries to break through, would have been too many steps anyway, but it's going to be a free throw for the earlier foul on Gadgård. Decided to revert back to 7 against 6 for a while. Just to maybe give a burst before half-time and see if that delivers a little bit. Massive play is going to come here very soon, because it's all going sideways at the moment. There it is, the arm is up, comes to the wing, and again a chance goes begging for Frederiksen on the right-hand side. It was a great pass, well seen, and a good save though by Cheon Chin-hui. 5th save of the game for her. She's on a 45% save rate. Greenland, well, it's pretty much the same as in the opening match. Between the 2 of them, it's 18%. But Heilmann, who's in goal at the moment, has made 2 saves from 4. Good defence, gives away the free throw, that's fine. Throw taken from the wrong place, has to come back and be taken again. Gimboen takes it, drops in on the line. Ball still in play. Shot, well, the defence stood back and paid the price. Gadgård. Cho Soo-young saw a little bit too much of the goal there. 9 player, one of them should have stayed with the line and one should have gone out. 15-6, we are edging tantalisingly towards a 10-goal lead for the Koreans. as we enter the last minute of the first half. Into the wing, reasonable angle. Nice one, comes back in on the near post, and Aviana Kayangmat. It's her first of the game, and indeed of the championship. So we've got just over 30 seconds. Koreans will try and make this one last attack, with Ryu and Hee being rested at the moment. Defense has gone back to the more standard 6-0. It's going to be a free throw, hefty shove. Switch back again. It's going to be a penalty. Fouled as she went through, and with 8 seconds to go, it'll be the last action of the first half. As the clock ticks away relentlessly. There goes the buzzer. Back on, then comes Ryu and Hee, who scored the 3 penalties so far in the match, off the bench to take this one. Oh, hits the goalkeeper in the face. Now, there'll be a sanction, I think, for Ryu and Hee. It was quite accidental. She rushed forwards to apologise. And it's a red card. Shot in the face. It's on a penalty, and the goalkeeper effectively didn't move, went straight into the face. Oh yeah. Of course, the argument might be, did it catch her arm and clip to her face, or did it go straight to the face? But even a glancing shot on the side of the face would be enough. It may well have been too close for comfort for the referees. She says it was a shoulder, and then it went up from a shoulder to the face, but it's done. So that's the end of the game for Ryu Eun-hee. It shouldn't disqualify her from the last match. But it does mean that her game is over. They'll be allowed to replace her after 2 minutes, but she will be watching the rest of this one from the stands. Big smiles from the Greenland players as they walk past their supporters up in the stand. It's a comfortable lead at the break, 15-6 to Korea. So let's have a look at the statistics from this first half. 65% success rate for the Koreans, which is pretty much what they had in the opening game. 32% for Greenland, a big improvement from their opening game. The attack efficiency, though, 25%. They're scoring basically off a quarter of their attacks. Top scorers so far, Sandra Rotberg with 2, while Ryu Eun-hee is on 3, all of them penalties, but of course her match is now over, while a host of other players are on 2 goals. So it was a tentative start up to the point. It was a runaway start, and they were 6-2 up already after 10 minutes, the Koreans. Then there was a Greenland revival, and they got themselves back to within 3. And then in the last 10 minutes, the Koreans have just pulled away. 3 fast breaks, 3 from 4 penalties scored, and 1 open goal. The right side on the wing has been somewhat more effective for the Koreans. For Greenland, just 1 breakthrough shot. Most of it is going down the middle. The wings, 1 from 6 on the right has been a bit expensive, I'm afraid. 1 from 2 on the left wing. So at the break, it's 15-6 to the Republic of Korea. We're going to take a break as well, but join us again for the second half. We'll see you then.
Kjære publikum, dere har muligheten til å være med og stemme på kampens beste spiller. Og ta opp telefonen og laste ned IHF-appen. Der finner du resultater for andre kamper, nyheter og ikke minst, der kan du også stemme på din favorittspiller. Dear audience, just a friendly reminder to download the IHF app where you can find results from games, news, and you can also vote for the player of the match.
Masse likt til levering, gjør det stolt som det alltid har gjort.
Masse likt til levering, vi går for det.
Kjør på, det gullet som er hjem.
Back to the DNB Arena in Stavanger. Half-time in this Group C match where South Korea are leading Greenland 15-6 at the break, with a little bit of drama at the end with the most experienced Korean player, eUNxwP9yL7U, red carded after taking a full penalty which went straight into the face of the goalkeeper Yaya Heilman. Well, at least glancing on the side of the face. A bit of help from her arm, it went across, and there she is on the side, chatting to one of the former French international players there. She did play for a while for eUNxwP9yL at Paris 92. Pascal. So a little bit of adjustments then for the Koreans, who will be minus eUNxwP9yL. They can replace her after 2 minutes. Her match is over. But it will not keep her out of the next match, which is some relief for the Koreans, who are next up against Norway. There is the player that she caught with that shot, Yaya Heilman. But South Korea unrecognisable in this first half. There is no pace, there's no passion. When they were playing 5-0-1 defence, the Greenlanders, you'd have thought the Koreans would love it. There would be a little bit more space in the defence with the speed they normally have, but the speed just hasn't been there. So Korea throw off the second half, leading 15-6 against Greenland here in Group C at the Women's Handball World Championships in Stavanger. The loser of this match, mathematically not out of the main round yet, but in reality is. It will be a very, very difficult comeback. Would be sure is that another save. Save number 4, celebrated there by Heilman. Not a great penalty. Well positioned, and Signal looking on the positives that they managed to open up a big gap despite the fact that they're short-handed. Interesting that they're playing at 7 against 5 with no goalkeeper. Into the wing. They've been waiting patiently for the ball, and there it is. It had to come. It was just a question of when. And Sasha Zib is the scorer. Second goal of the competition for the winger. Still about 20 seconds to go on that suspension. The Koreans, there's no goalkeeper at the other end. Well, they put on the extra attacker. There's the break. Oh, and another save by Heilman, and the empty goal is there. And no one took the long shot, bringing the ball up instead. And that's gone wide by Zib. They just weren't tempted by the long effort. So in fact, the Koreans are now back to full strength. There is eUNxwP9yL looking on, rather forlorn from the side. Free throw. Possession stays. Greenland, who lost all their matches on their one and only previous World Championship appearance in 2001. It's gone in this time for Song Chi-young. Bitna, who has resumed in attack for the Koreans, but not being used in defense. And we see the goal again. Yaya Heilman, the Greenland goalkeeper, currently 5 saves from 9 shots, 56%. That's excellent. It's going to be a free throw. And going to replace their goalkeeper, Cheong Chin Hui, despite making 5 saves of her own with a 45% save rate. Park Se-young who's in goal for them. That's an attacking foul. Turnover ball straight down the line. Kim Bo-eun, and she scores. Line player, he's for the Korean champions, Samchok. Scored 104 goals for them last season to take them to that championship win. Kim Bo-eun. So a 10-goal lead comes up. It's been threatening for a while. Even without eUNxwP9yL7U, there's a lot of experience still in the Korean side, and despite also the presence of 8 players making their World Championship debut. Oh, into the line, brilliant. And just as in the first game, the Greenlanders showing that amazing passion. And it's a huge share because that's Nukaka Libert, who didn't play the opening match and who's the beneficiary yet again of a wonderful pass by Gadgård and a lovely finish. It's got to be a free throw. Talked about Anders Vries, the Greenland team coach, wanting passion and showing that they would fight to the end, and it's just really refreshing to see them enjoying the match. Koreans just don't seem as motivated somehow. And certainly there's no pace in their attack at the moment. It's really, really stodgy, it's lacking, it's without eUNxwP9yL7U, the defense has gone back to a 6-0. They could really start to run the back a little to drag the defenders in, serve the ball to the wings, but it's just over-elaborate. Zeeb looking for the in-flight goal maybe, or looking for the line, but she was completely covered. And now into the wing. That's nicely played, but that's over the line, says the referee. Go on the line. No, maybe it was a carry. Koreans are back to full strength, and Greenland are back to 7 against 6. There's no goalkeeper at the other end. Greenland's playmaker Gadgård, who's already on 6 assists in the game. There's an attacking foul. As Ivalu Dierga ran into the defender, in the opinion of the coaches. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Both seem to be in motion. So in the centre, Shin Mi. Kang Eun-soo is at right back for the red card of eUNxwP9yL7U. Here she comes. Dummies the shot, comes around, good defense. Was that too many steps? Crowd are cheering for it. Looked like it. Free throw. But the Koreans just not finding answers at the moment. It's so slow, it's hesitant in terms of picking the choices. That's a penalty though this time. Hard work by Kang Eun-seo. Samchok right back brings success. Defender clearly inside. Rubitna scores. Only a second goal of the game here today after scoring 11 from 12 in the opener here today. 2 from 4. And Lake Signal, much to think about, I would imagine here. The biggest challenge yet to come for the Koreans. They will be up against Norway in 2 days' time, while Greenland will face Austria. Taking the steps, it won't count, no goal. Quick turnover, ball put up for Park Se-young. No, signal says go back, and so Kang Eun-hee, number 19, sharp turn, misunderstood. Loose ball again, and the mistakes are just amassing at the moment. 6 turnovers from the Koreans. Good pressure, passive play now, call against the Koreans. 4 passes to get the shot away, and the Greenland team, oh, the gap was there, instead she turned to pass behind her. And I think symptomatic of this hesitant play and this lack of pace. They'll take it again. Defenders were too close. They pushed back 3 meters. Oh! Well, that's more like the Woo Bik Na we saw in the first game. The block put on by Kang Eun-hee, the 1m86 line player, towering over the Greenland defense. And it's almost telegraphed, that one. Way through, free throw. Fighting hard for some space out there. Sandra Rotberg. Patient build-up. Diego waiting right now. She comes into the center, races a little bit. There's no space on the wing, so that'll come back again. They're not quite quick enough to go side to side. Oh, that was another lovely pass to the line, but this time maybe the defender just about got there. Shin Mi, but Gadgor's delivery in this game has been great. They'll pass the 10-minute mark with a 19-8 lead for the Koreans. Kia Won, who's gone in at right back, number 34. Into the line, that's nice play. Good delivery into Kang Eun-hee, who gets her first goal of the game. Defender just got tempted out a little. Reverted back with the usual trio, Greenland with Peterson, Vierge and Gadgor across the back. All around 169, the other two 171, so much of a muchness there. They haven't got the height necessarily for the big goal. Was that deliberate football? I think it was. Smile from the referee, but a 2-minute suspension stepping into the pass. If it's accidental or the attacker throws the ball on your foot, it's just a free throw. But if your foot moves towards the ball, which it certainly seemed to do that, it's a 2-minute suspension. Yeah, I don't think she can argue with that. As I said, the trio at the back for Greenland, not really for jump shots. Really looking to break through a lot of the time, which suits the Koreans. Ah, straight over the head of the keeper. That's very nice. Second goal of the game for Sasha Yoizib. Power on that. One of the 9 players from GSS, the champions of Greenland. Kinds of changes being made by Signal to try and inject, I think, a bit of pace and creativity into the attack. Cho Soo-yeon has now come on, number 17 in the center role. See if she can unlock a little bit of pace. She was the starter in the center in the opening match. Looks for the line, it's intercepted, and the empty goal is there. Thank you very much indeed, because the goalkeeper was off with a suspension. They were just in the process of getting her back on court again when the ball was stolen, and Rotberg launched it down the court. Double digits come up for Greenland. The fans cheering madly in the stands. Oh, attacking foul. She stumbled and then stepped into the defender. They're trying to race to get the goalkeeper back in again. Another opportunity missed on a long pass. And there could be a sanction there. Yeah, 2-minute suspension. Koreans who were just about to get back to full strength in the next 15 seconds, and now it's another suspension, this time for Lee Hye-won. Daegu player continues to hold her from behind. I have to say, the Koreans who normally play such fast and exciting handball are unrecognisable here in their opening 2 games at these World Championships. Rotberg, lovely pass to the line again. It's her 5th now of the championship. 4 from 4. Lovely supply by Ivalu Bjerge. Second assist of the game for Bjerge. Impeccable record for Rotberg from the line. Save, but that's a penalty. Fouled in the act of shooting. Foul from behind. So it's going to be a 2-minute suspension. So Nukaka Libert is the player who is sent off. Plays in the Faroe Islands for Eithis Beltvelag. And Rubitna steps up. And scores right up in the top corner. 1 in the first half. There is Libert, who's just been sent off. So empty goal for Greenland, but it still gives them the power play because both teams are short-handed. Oh, good sidestep, good save though. Ball recovered by Korea, that save by Park Se-young. To the wing, there's a huge angle there, and she puts it over the top. And Song Chi-young playing in a 3rd World Championship. Now 3 from 5. Break it for Greenland's number 10, Gadgård again. That's going to be a free throw. She's gone off, and Greenland have put on Andrea Heilmann in the centre. 3. His husband Nicky played in the Men's World Championships in 2007. Running in the family. Shot off the post, unlucky. Quick look up, there's an empty goal. Kim Boen takes the shot, and no chance as Heilmann was racing to get in. 3rd goal of the game for Kim Boen. Playing in her 2nd World Championship, the Samchok player. Team timeout is called by Greenland, 2nd of the game for them.
Vi fortsætter lige, vi er tilbage nu i 7 mod 6. Vi har Avi og Anto på fløjene, Anja, Jose, Ivalo, Ivana og Nogaka. Vi bytter lige sådan, det Ivana, der er herovre. For den her år, vi spiller lige 4. Vi spiller 4, hvor du kommer ind, går efter den zone her. Gå efter den zone her, Ivalo. Så bolden med herover, så får vi overtaget over til højre side. Gå over, og så gå på den skridt.
In here and away. Okay, all the way. Continue to run. Not too safe.
Clearly, in the opening game, as Ryu and he looks on from the side, she's sitting a little way to the left of the bench behind in the seats reserved for the red-carded players. Korea very much running on diesel here today. Both teams are back to full strength. So play resumes, no goalkeeper at the other end. The Greenlanders go back to 7 against 6. Koreans who were world champions back in 1995, indeed twice Olympic champions, but it's a long time since they got close to a podium. So you've got to go all the way back to 2009 for the last time they were in the top 10 when they finished 6th. Since then, 6 finishers in the 11 to 14 place bracket. Well, thereabouts, but off the pace. For Greenland, in only their 2nd World Championship appearance, while showing all the character they wanted to show, and fine spirit. That's the play's going to come. It's all going sideways. And to the line, finally. Oh, and over the top. Well, they're creating the chances, but they're wasting them. 9th turnover, big smile there from Heilmann. Break is over for Gadgård, who's back on again, number 10, and instead Anja Heilmann has gone in on the right back position. Tends to play right wing with her club, but is used there at right back occasionally. Here she comes. Oh, that was intercepted all the way, empty goal. Oh, clips the post. And trickles out of play. Well, it was good play to steal it. Textbook stuff coming out early. But she saw the defender closing in. It was Gadgård who was coming in on her, and she decided, I've got to get rid of the ball. And under pressure, missed it. Oh, a little spin and a shot. That was a beauty. Bjerga. Foul, turnover ball. Bjerga's first. 3 attempts. They're holding their own here in the 2nd half, Greenland, against the more experienced Koreans. Too late, the defender coming out, but luckily got away with it. Off the post again, the follow-up penalty is won for Greenland. The line player, Nukaka Libert, quick to get the rebound. Comes off the post, look at that, one-handed, put it back, but the shove in the back by IHF. And the penalty is scored. Kayangma. Big celebrations.
Another goal for Greenland. This time, player number 7,
Near post, tucked away. It's the right play, they're sucking in the players, but it's just almost like their heart's not in it.
Another goal for Korea. This time, player number 27, Jeong.
Remarkable feat though for Greenland, a country 56,500 people playing in the World Championships here, having won the North American and Caribbean Championship, which they hosted back in June this year, beating Canada in the final 17-15. Free throw for their part. Korea, they won their 16th title when they won the Asian Championship, which they also hosted in November, December last year. Nice breakthrough. Anja Heilmann scores. Brilliant. Her first goal in the World Championships, and a huge smile and a big cheer.
And it's another goal for Greenland.
All I want to see now is a goal by Luca Hansen if she comes back on again, because then all the Greenland players will have scored at least a goal at the World Championships as South Korea find the ball through to Kim Bo-eun for her fourth. So let's wait and see. Quite sure if Hansen will come back in. There's still a match to go in this preliminary round. Of course, the great celebration. Really, you sense they're getting more and more into this game. And they are absolutely holding their own here now against the Koreans. Passive play call though. Too many steps, turnover ball. The wingers are away, there's an empty goal. Heilmann's racing to get back in again. The Koreans don't seem overly interested in taking the quick goal. So wholesale changes taking place now. Those instructions are bellowed to Botberg in the centre of the defence. She's been working hard alongside Ivana Holl. So the centre now for the Koreans. Cho Eun-bin has come in. Oh, intercepted. She's on her own with the keeper, Ka Young-mat, and scores her second of the game. And they are matching the Koreans goal for goal in the second half, Greenland. The difference between the two when they score, the Greenlanders, it's just such joy for them. This is already gone, they'll come back for a free throw. Massive play call and saved, Heilmann. A little bit of power coming in. The shot, but not the step. She seemed half-hearted about it. I really want to take this shot. That was Cho Soo-yeon. And Heilmann, who's now on a 29% save rate, so it slipped a little. Tries to windmill around pass to the wing, but there's no space there, and the ball is brought out to the wing. Not a bad idea. Pass back out though, a little low. Oh, put it wide, what a shame. That was a great opportunity for Libert. Put away by Yi Hye-won, her first of the World Championships. No sense of celebration.
And it's a goal! Korea, first time in the match where...
It's not a million miles away. I mentioned earlier about the teams not meeting. In fact, they met at the last World Championship, these two. It was 27-12 to the Koreans on that occasion. A marginally better scoreline here on this occasion. Oh, went for the lob but didn't quite work out. Good opportunity. Goalkeeper came forwards as well.
4 minutes left in the second half. This exciting game between
Closing minutes now of the second half, and Greenland, great performance.
25 versus Greenland's 50.
Passive play call. Into the wing, too many passes, turnover. from Aviaya Helman, the keeper. She comes off. Back they go, 7 against 6. We've got 3.5 minutes of the match remaining, and Greenland very much holding their own. Now, of course, the Koreans may take the view that they don't expect Greenland to qualify for the main round if they lose here today. There's Hansen looking for the line, but it's intercepted, and the empty goal is there. This time it does go in, and that's goal number 2 for IHF. Hansen looking for the line, but it was a nice interception by the line player Kang Eun-hee.
Second goal in this game. Once more.
The Koreans mentioned maybe thinking this result will not be carried forward, so let's not overstretch ourselves, but Greenland have really given them plenty to think about in this second half and haven't allowed them to play their game this first half. Long-range shot taken, comfortably parried away by Park Se-young, but the referee says come and take that throw again because she stumbled out of the area. That last World Championship in 2001 when they played, lost not only to South Korea, as mentioned, also Japan, Austria, former Yugoslav Republic and Russia. Tough old group they had back then. And that was a nice little in-flight goal. First shoots we've seen of what we're used to from the Koreans in this match so far. Shin Ji-mi scores that in-flight effort. We are well inside the last 2 minutes.
Magnificent finish. Once more, player number 33.
To the wing. Just needed to be sent almost straight away there. They're getting the keeper back in again now. Winger's going to have to come out and help. The line comes out as well just to try and make sure. Free throw. I think for the first contact, not the second, because that looked more like an attacking foul. Second line's gone in from the wing. And over the top of the keeper, and that's nicely done. Nivi Joy Peterson.
So
we're well inside the last minute, and the Greenland fans on their feet, cheering on their team, trying a second in-flight goal. It doesn't come off this time. The break is on. Right wing is away. The ball is stolen away by Yoon Ye-chin, but she stumbles into the area as well, just as she was trying to steal it. So possession goes back again. 15 seconds then for Greenland to finish this off. From Hansen now would be very nice. Micah needs to score if she's reselected for the next game. Thinks about it, she's pushed away and then takes too many steps, and that's the final act anyway. There goes the buzzer. And so in a second half where Greenland really hung on to the Koreans, the final score here in Stavanger, the Republic of Korea 27, Greenland 16. So Greenland now with little to no chance of going through to the main round. Not that I think they expected it, but the defeat will make sure that the Koreans are at least in a good place to go to the main round. But one defeat against Austria and the next match against Norway may well see them go through to the main round with 0 points. They will at least have the red card and Ryu and he back for the next game. So it's time for the Player of the Match award now.
the player of the match award is awarded by Narcisa Lekuzan.
Presentation to be made by Narcisa Lekuzan, the executive of the National Handball Federation.
Greenland's player number 10.
Well, it's gone to Greenland's number 10, Josephine Gadgaard. Only 1 goal, but 7 assists. She put some superb balls into the line, a couple of good no-look passes. Huge effort from the 29-year-old. And great celebrations, and that's what we love to see. They are so enjoying the handball, and their fans have been superb. So for Korea, it's a job done, but I wouldn't say overly cleanly or satisfactorily, but they've got to find another gear when they face Norway, or they're going to be in very serious trouble. For Greenland, smiles all round, they will be heading to the President's Cup very, very likely next week, where they will continue to enjoy their time here. The Koreans still with smiles. Actually saw the biggest smiles from the Koreans when they arrived here today and were cheered by the Greenland fans. Great scenes. The fans who've made the trip especially here, talking to some of them just before the game. Charter flight, said that's it, we're going to go over there and we're going to see them through this. Twenties are Henrik Signell there in very pensive mood to think about and work on before they face the defending champions and co-host Norway. Made heavy work, especially in the second half, but the pace is just not there. Shooting efficiency at 66% is good, but that's not necessarily the issue for Greenland. 43% shot efficiency, a huge improvement from the 26% in the opening game. 17 turnovers did end up costing them a little in the end, but 11 for the Koreans. Top scorers, well, Rotberg with 4 for Greenland. Well, she was matched by Woo Bik-na and Kim Bo-eun for the Koreans, both on 4 as well. At least for the moment, it will move the Koreans back up into second place in the group, and this low-scoring second half, as the Koreans struggled to find a way through, were pretty much matched goal for goal through the second half, till the end when the Koreans just had a little bit of a flurry. 4 fast breaks, only 1 penalty miss from 6, and a decent spread. Certainly good play on the right wing, where 6 from 7 went in. Otherwise, it is very much normally trying to break down the centre and find the gaps through there. For Greenland, 1 fast break, 1 penalty. Had 1 empty goal shot as well. The wing on the left side, 3 from 4, but 1 from 6 on the right, slightly problematic. So it's a win for the Republic of Korea, 27-16. Hope you've enjoyed the match, but that's it for us for the moment. Until next time, from me, Paul Bray, goodbye.